Hello, this is PennSchool Alumni Interview. I'm Jaden, and I have the honor to introduce one of our alumni. Please welcome Thoại Nhiên. I'm a little familiar with you. I've seen you on all of the praises on Facebook. For those who don't know who you are, can you please tell me your name? It doesn't have to be your full name, what you're majoring in, and where you're currently studying at.
Hi guys, my name is Thoại Nhiên. I'm studying information system at Stevens Institute of Technology.
Do you think that the transition from you as a high school student to you as a college student was smooth at all?
I think it was really smooth because, well, first of all, I was in like an international program, so that really prepared me for all the research and the papers that I have to do in university, but also like the exposure that I got from PennSchool to like other cultures and like an international perspective really helped me to be able to communicate with people in college who have like whose background is really different from mine.
So writing papers, like what specifically was similar that you did at Penn compared to what you're doing right now in college?
Well, mostly is the research skill that, ADP program has taught me, and I used that to apply to the papers that I wrote in college. And also, other things like the referencing system and just like basic knowledge that you need to know when you write a paper.
What do you use to reference? I use MLA.
Yeah, most of the paper I write use MLA. Well, it depends on the subject that you have to write to.
So, have you ever tried any other programs earlier to when you apply to the ADP program?
Oh yeah, I think initially I was in the WASP program, but then I switched because I got an offer, a scholarship, and shout out to my best friend, she's in the ADP program, so I was just like, whatever.
If you were to close your eyes right now and slowly think of a memory that is the most special to you that you've made here at Penn, what is it?
Well, there's a lot of special memories, so I can't remember, but I guess one of the time was like those time at like toward the end of the school year when we have to practice for our graduation ceremony. So we would like come to school every day during the summer and like practice together, and it's just like singing random songs, jamming.
So you told me that your favorite teacher was Mr. Francis.
Yeah, surely.
So why do you like him?
Because, well, first of all, history and government was like my most favorite subject at PennSchool. I think I'm like the only person who liked the subject, I guess. Well, Mr. Francis has a lot of like interesting perspective and like opinion on stuff.
And methodology to deliver said opinion.
True.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you on a pedestal for a second here. You have done this. So you got 40K at Stevens. You got 46K at DePaul. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right.
I don't know either.
And you got a Hoosier scholarship at Indiana. Am I pronouncing it right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, you got a full ride at Vietnamese German and 50% at Swinburne. So if there's a secret ingredient to this concoction of high school career success, what is that secret ingredient? Can you please share it for us?
Secret ingredient, I would say, is competition. I think competition makes a really good motivation. So, my secret was that I befriend with like the smartest person in the class. So like the thought of losing to her is really embarrassing, which was like really pushed me to keep working harder and harder because, obviously you don't want to lose to your best friend. That's kind of embarrassing.
Wait, you haven't told me my major. No, what? Not my major. What's your major again?
Oh, information system.
Information system. It's quite new to me. Can you please elaborate more on that major?
No. I get asked this question every time people ask my major, and I honestly don't know how to explain it. Well, there's like a lot of different paths that you can choose. One of them is like data science, data analysis.
So it's like a general kind of major, and then you branch out. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
If you were to close your eyes and you were to envision the future ahead of you, like what would you see yourself doing?
Right now, my dream would be like become a UI designer.
What's a UI designer?
Oh, user interface. Yeah.
So that would means a lot of computer science, right?
Yeah, maybe some like coding.
Final question. If you were to go back to time, go back in time and tell your younger self when you're filling out that common application, or just tell me because I'm also being beaten up by the common app, or just tell anyone who's going through the same kind of application process, what is the number one thing that you're going to tell them, and be specific?
Okay, number one thing is that, you know, like when you go to YouTube and like watch people doing like common application and all that stuff, and they're talking about like holistic college admission, you know, like judging someone through like all of their
Yeah, I get what holistic means.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But I think that what I didn't realize at the time is that for international student, it's a little bit different. Wherein like your finance situation kind of like matters a lot compared to like, you know, domestic student. So that is one thing I think we should all be aware of. It's like as an international student, like the amount that we are able to contribute to the school really like play an important role whether you get in or not. And I feel like that's something that not everybody's gonna tell you. Yeah.
I actually agree with that. So would you say that proofing to the college that you're applying to, that you're gonna contribute to that college by contributing to the current high school that you're studying? Like, do you think that it's important to prove that point?
Yeah, it's you know, it's part of like, as I told you, the holistic approach. You know, they look at your personality, they look at what you can done to the community. But what I'm talking about is like financial contribution that you can make to the school.
Oh, so like you have to promise them you're gonna donate in the future?
No, it's just like, you know, like you will have to fill out some like finance form and say, oh, my family is able to pay this much tuition a year or something like that. And it's definitely gonna be one of the factors deciding like where you're getting or not, you know, because as international student.
And this is the end of our PennSchool alumni interview program. And I hope to see Thoại Nhiên in the future, successful UI scientist. No, not scientist, designer.